Portland Timbers win 1-0 at Providence Park, capitalized by a moment of Santi Moreno magic. One of the best goals, definitely the best Portland Timbers goal this year I've seen in a while. A bicycle kick with his weaker left foot. He admitted in the postgame he thought of his friend Dairon Espria afterwards, and it was a fitting tribute. His celebration, putting it over the top, going to celebrate with his mother from Colombia in the stands, with Mother's Day just a few hours away.
Cuando estaba ahí con ella antes del partido le dije, ma, si hago un gol en ese lugar del arco, solo piense en ir a abrazarme porque yo iré a hacer lo mismo, voy a ir a abrazarla. Y cuando estaba ahí con ella solo le dije que la amaba mucho y ya solo lo único que me salió de mi corazón. Creo que no hay más satisfacción para mi mamá que yo le diga que la amo con todo mi corazón. Y más en un momento así, tenía mucha adrenalina, pues en mi cuerpo estaba, pero nada. Muy feliz más por celebrar un gol de esos con mi mamá, tenerla aquí y nada, aprovecharla al máximo. Gracias, hermano.
Well, when I was with her before this game, I told her that if I scored on that side of the field, I would look for her and I would go and give her a hug. When I did hug her, I told her I loved her. There's no bigger satisfaction for me than to tell my mom that I love her. There's no bigger satisfaction for her than to hear that from me. I'm very happy to score a goal.
In the Timbers' 5 games before tonight, they allowed 2 or more goals in each of those games, many coming in short bursts against. That was something the Timbers had to clean up. And while it may have gotten a little bit nervy just because of the scoreline, I was never truly petrified that Sporting Kansas City were going to score in that second half. They had loads of possession in the attacking third, but the Timbers were positionally disciplined, and once it got close to the 18, they shut it down. Finn Sermon, I thought, played very well after having his worst game of the season in San Jose. And of course, Max Crepeau. Congratulations. He needed that for his confidence, for his psyche, and he'll get the start again against RSL.
Oh, I feel very well, when I pulled my right adductor right after Vancouver first game of the season, so it took me 2 weeks to feel good and to have no pain. And obviously, these type of injuries, you cannot. I don't mind talking to it. It's fine. I pulled my adductor. It took me 2 weeks to get back to it. But now it's been a long time that I feel very well physically, that I'm able to put a lot of workload, and so when it comes to the games, I feel fresh and I feel fine. Now, obviously, the last week has been good to have 3 games under my belt, to get out there with my guys and honestly enjoy football. Yeah.
Last time against Sporting Kansas City, Phil Neville labeled David Ashala as the best midfielder in MLS, but in tonight's home contest, the 1-0 win, he labeled João Ortiz as the best midfielder and the best player on the pitch for the Portland Timbers. Here's what Neville said about his adaptation period post-game.
He was the best player on the pitch, I thought. It was his most consistent performance. You could see he was growing in confidence throughout the game with his in and out of possession stuff. I thought was fantastic. His adaptation has gone exactly how we thought it. I read the report the other day is that he's come from a league that's played at a lower speed tempo level, and we've got to get him up to speed. And I think what we've done is, I think back to Vancouver performance. Then we went to Austin and we said we've got to give him a chance. He played well in Austin. And we've been taking him off at 60 minutes because I think at that point he's been running out of gas a little bit, and we've just been joking in there. He came in and said, normally my number goes up and I've got to play 90 minutes. And I said, well, you played 90 minutes because you kept the tempo throughout the game.
Not related to this game directly, but I thought it was a very interesting piece of commentary by Phil Neville in the postgame, where he used this week's incredible Champions League games over in Europe as what to do in the highest pressure and biggest moments for his side. It was interesting because he sort of hinted at some of the ambition of some of his younger players, but take a listen to this quote.
The best Champions League games, the semi-finals in midweek, Barcelona, Inter Milan and Arsenal versus PSG. And I know that they watch. So what I did before the game today was I got a couple of clips from those games and about showing them what the best do in the biggest moments, in the biggest games, at the top level, when 11 players are playing 11 players on a pitch, when you're probably the best 22 players in Europe or in the world, the attitude that they show, the commitment to being a teammate they show. And I showed them a couple of clips before the game, and before I showed the clips I said to them, where do you want to be as a team? Do you want to be good? Do you want to be great? Do you want to be a good player? Do you want to be a great player? Do you want to play for the biggest and best clubs in the world? well, if you do, you've got to do this. This is what the best are doing. And it was just a little bit of an example to them, because they all have great dreams. I speak to them every single day. They have dreams beyond dreams, these players. They want to play for Real Madrid, Barcelona. They really do. And every single day you teach them and practice with them and learn them that really what the best players in the world do. They do the basics better than everybody else.
While Portland did not put together a Champions League level performance today, what matters is the 3 points, and they go into Wednesday night's game at RSL. It's a tough one. They've passed the altitude test with flying colors once in Colorado, and now they have to do it again at RSL on Wednesday. Thanks for joining me at Providence Park, as always, for the post-game report. If you want to hear a deeper dive on tonight's 1-0 win, be sure to tune into the Timber Review early Tuesday morning.